Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm tutorial series. We're gonna just be reading some more. We're trying to get our skills built up. We've been really neglecting our skills over this playthrough, and we're gonna do something about that. So we're gonna swap batteries in our MP3 player for like the third time, because these are just running out real quick for some reason. I don't want to turn on the charger because it's not working right, and I don't know if it's been fixed or really what to make of it, if it's even really broken or if it's just I'm doing something wrong. Seems unlikely that I'm doing something wrong because I've done it a gajillion times before, but you never really know. So let's grab something to eat. We've been reading around town to try to negate this nomad buff, but it seems like nothing we do matters. It seems like everywhere we go within 12 hours we're nomadic. So we're just gonna continue meandering about town. The map's still messed up. Do we have our books? We do. Activate. Yeah, go ahead and activate the MP3 player to cut down on us losing focus while we're traveling and whatnot. I don't really know where to go here, honestly, at this point. Because even up here we now have the nomadic restlessness because we were chilling here before, but we haven't cleared all these towns, so it's like, where do I even go? Okay, this one seems tolerably low, so we'll just chill here and read, I guess, since it's daylight. Time is it? It'll be nighttime. We'll gain level 4 before the sun goes down, I think. Oh, there goes our focus. And we jumped pretty quickly to E4, even though we were at like 80%. Maybe I was looking at the wrong skill. Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep reading, I guess. 4 is what we needed to make the mini freezer, I believe, so we should be able to do that now. The autoclave was auto-learned at 4 as well, I believe. Our focus has absolutely tanked. Let's stop and look at the nomad. Oh yes, it's primarily the advanced electronics that's the issue, because it is going to drop our mood. Is there anything to eat or drink around here that might boost our mood? Nope. Just an empty glass jar. Okay. Probably whatever was in it maybe rotted away. Check the kitchen. Looks like we've been here, so I doubt that there's really anything here. There is some booze. Great. Let's get drunk and read a book. Pickled vegetables? Sure. Those do a little bit for our mood. And eat those. And that'll help a little bit, but not a ton. Also being drunk. We've been drinking a lot in this game. I don't want to get like addicted to alcohol, because that's a thing that happens in Cataclysm. Oh man, I don't even have stuff to talk about. I'm just have a boring life, Internet. I don't do anything. I'd like to stay here because the nomadic restlessness is so low. Let's just chill here. Anything here I can use to smash any pipes or anything? No. What is this? Scrap metal? No, probably not good for smashing. How's the fire extinguisher? 4 bash. It's not really any better than the spear. So let's just smash something for a plank. Chairs should be easier. So we'll go ahead and wield a plank. At this point, we have little mini bases set up all over the place for reading. Keep an eye on our stamina, because I'm hearing the old heartbeat a little bit. Okay, stamina's very low. No, don't run. Go ahead and get your breath back. Yeah, I have a pretty boring life, so not much goes on with me. My niece was here yesterday, which was, fine. Oh, we don't have a stove. We broke the stove. We don't have a fire, so we can't even make a brazier. Well, what's around here? Smoking lounge? I don't think we even went in there. Let's go get our gun out just in case. Let's see what's in a smoking lounge other than tobacco. Empty shelves. Some cigars. A lighter. Vending machine. Cool, cool. So we do have something here. I mean, there's not going to be a stove in here, but we do have some stuff here if we needed to boost our mood. We'll take, some papers and stuff. And some weed. Always nice to see weed in a tobacco shop, because that makes sense. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess I could probably find someone to sell me weed in a nearby. We can't even stash the. How full is our inventory that we can't stash cigars? A cigar is half a liter? That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why is the cigar half a liter big? Do you know how big a half liter is? That's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, that's enormous. So, okay, we're not going to do that. Just give me the rolling tobacco. It's fine. I have rolled my own cigarettes quite a lot in my life. I don't do it anymore because I have breathing problems, and the lack of a filter really is a problem. I do still smoke. I know I shouldn't, but I do still smoke. But it's shocking the amount that not filtering a cigarette actually changes the burning feeling in your throat. Like, you can literally feel it destroying your throat. Let's drop these cigars because they're so big. So we'll head to the north here into a different house and set up for reading, and we'll just read in the nighttime. I don't remember if it's like clear up here, and therefore is it safe to be here or not. You know what? We were at this hotel before, and I think in a previous episode I said it had a pool. This particular one doesn't, I don't think. Let's go up here and just explore. It's not like we're doing anything else of value right now. So let's just look around. If it was, it would be up and to the east here. Oh, there is a pool. Okay, so I was correct. There was a pool here. So if you're looking for water, you know, and you need to drive your vehicle, you could just pull your vehicle, smash these out of the way if you want to. You don't even need to, and just pull it up, stand here, fill the tank with the vehicle. So if you're struggling to find a forest tile that you can pull your vehicle up to, pools are like the best way to do that. These don't have stoves in them either, so we'll just retreat down here to a rando house, and we'll stealthily make our way in by smashing the glass like a cretin. Go ahead and close up the windows in case there is stuff to the north. Of course, this window doesn't have a curtain on it because for some reason every house has to have at least one window where there's no curtains. Still don't understand that. We've talked about that previously. I don't really get it. Oh, we were smashing with our gun. Oh no. Oh, good. We didn't damage it. Yeah, don't smash with your gun. That's a bad decision. Get that extinguisher out of here. I don't know if that would explode or anything. We don't want to set that on fire. You can take apart larger extinguishers for containers. I don't know if we ever talked about that. Used to be in the old versions of Cataclysm, it was really hard to find big containers. If you didn't have the ability to take a 60-liter tank off of a vehicle, you would really struggle to find large storage containers. Nowadays, there are gallon jugs pretty much everywhere, which is my go-to. But if you take apart a large fire extinguisher, it gives you a huge jerry can, I think, like a 10-liter jerry can, something quite large. Is it 10 liters? You know, I don't remember what the literage is, but it's a bigger container than what you would find, like, you know, like I said, gallon jugs weren't super common, so mostly what you would have is like tin cans, aluminum cans, and plastic bottles. So, like, it was pretty good to have. Anyway, it doesn't matter nowadays. So let's mark a firewood source. Yeah, I don't do anything in my day-to-day life. I'm a very boring dude. Been listening. Turn, stop, activate. Oh, it's on already, and our focus is already not doing well. We are hot on basically every body part because of the fire. That's not going to go away. There's really nothing we can do about that. We could read here, but it's dim light, I believe, which is not good for reading. So we're just going to be hot, unfortunately. As summer comes, this is going to be a bigger and bigger problem. Hello, zombie dog. How did you get in here? I guess you came through the window. But it's a little annoying that you came in here. Yeah, how did you know I was in here? The windows were closed, so it should have kept the smell in. And it should have blocked the light as well. So why... How did you know I was here? I wasn't making any noise. There's a whole horde of dogs here. And now that we're shooting, we're going to draw a lot more attention. Where did you guys come from? How did you know I was in there? The curtains were closed. The windows were closed, so the scent should have been kept largely inside. We did walk down here from up there, so they may have followed our scent trail, but like... that should have dissipated while we were reading. I have been noticing this more and more in our recent playthroughs. We've talked about it several times since I started playing Cataclysm again in December. It seemed like the enemies just knew where I was a lot of the time. So I don't really know what to make of that. We weren't making noise. And now we're shooting and like that dog didn't even know we were here. It looked like it was going to walk past us. So let's just wait, see if anything else pops out of the darkness. Hello, brainless zombie. Anything else? We should turn on safe mode while we do this. Not seeing anything, so we'll just go ahead and smash the corpses. Odds are good they don't have anything on them that we want. Had some Chardonnay. I do like Chardonnay. It's a very buttery wine. So we'll take some Chardonnay. Smash. Corpses of dogs. There was another humanoid around here somewhere. Mangled corpse of a dog. Where was the humanoid corpse? Pick the chicory. No thank you. I don't know what you would use chicory for. And smash and smash. Well, now the windows to our north are exposed, so we probably will get interrupted by something seeing us from the darkness. But we're going to keep reading. Oh, it ticked over to summer. I saw the fruit tree suddenly bloom. So we'll be able to start picking a lot of food. Go ahead and stop. Go ahead and drink some Chardonnay to get us in a better mood. Let's pick a fruit tree. Pick the plum tree. And it puts it in our inventory. So now we have 2 plums. 3 plums. Excellent. Plums are delicious. They are probably my favorite fruit. They have a small joy to them, but mostly it's about the food. Summer is what, so basically summer and fall are the best 2 times for natural harvests. In the summertime, it's fruits and berries are basically everywhere. Every time we've been in the forest and it's said, hey, are you sure you want to walk into this blackberry bush? Well, now they're going to have fruit on them. So here's a blackberry bush, pick blackberry bush, and because there was something in it, it brought up that menu. Now we have blackberries. So lots of fruit available in the summertime. If you can pick some of the higher tier calorie fruits, you can store them in a refrigerator and whatnot, and many of them have decent shelf lives. These only have 2 days. Some of them will last for quite a while. I think it depends on the thing. But if you can store them or convert them into like dehydrated fruit, or back in the day, the easiest thing to do was to make fruit leather, because fruit leather had several seasons worth of shelf life and whatnot. So yeah, zombie soldier, yes. Where? Hello, zombie soldier. You will allow me to refill my ammunition by killing you, and you should have some MREs on you. M4 and some more tobacco and no MREs is a bit surprising. We will take the disposable light battery and anything else. I guess we'll take the Stanag mag out of his gun as well. I've been looking at the M4 a lot lately. Been playing Call of Duty Warzone, which is a free-to-play battle royale that is quite good, and I would encourage you to check out because it's got like near Tarkov levels of gun porn, and it's been a lot of fun. Hello, skeleton. You could be problematic with my gun. Okay, yeah, a lot of zombies. Not sure how they got in the house. Oh, they came through the door. I see. Okay, yes. And then in the fall, you would pick nuts. I don't know if I mentioned that. We did an episode on it and talked about it. You've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy unlocking things. There's a lot to unlock, a lot of attachments, lots of camos, so it gives me something to feel like I'm working towards. I really like PvE more than PvP, but like played the Battle Royale last night. I got, I think, a 7 or 8 kill game, and still only came in like the top 20th or whatever, because it's solos and it's a lot harder to play when you don't have a team. Although every time I try to play with a team, they end up, I get in the voice chat and they're just speaking Spanish, and I'm like, sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Like, you know, we're not going to be able to cooperate. And I can hear them say my name. My name in that is Face Muncher, because it's my Blizzard account that I bought it through. I meant to drop 2 of those. Why didn't it drop I did drop 2 of those. It just disappeared one, I think. Because I had 3. Where did they go? Did I drop all 3 of them, but they vanished into just one? Okay. I mean, okay, I don't care. It's fine. I like it. If anyone wants to play, hit me up on Discord. I could do with a group that we can all actually understand each other. And yeah, it only came in like top 20th or whatever, but still felt pretty good to get like 7 or 8 kills. Where do I see the acidic zombie? Oh, way up there. I am going to actually deviate to kill. Didn't mean to step. Oh, we cut our torso on the blackberries. I would like to kill the acidic zombie while I have the opportunity. Because again, if they sneak up on you, it can be a real problem. He dead. And we're going to draw the attention of whatever's down there. Where did you go? I just saw you on the map. There was a red dot right here. Oh, there you are. Hello, listener zombie. What else? So I listen to a lot of podcasts when I... Why is it not displaying? Do I have a filter? I do. So we're going to move the acidic zombie corpse as we discussed, and we will dismember it so it can't revive. You been listening to podcasts? My God, last night. Okay, so I've been listening to true crime podcasts because, like, I've run out of other stuff to listen to, so I'm on the prowl for new podcasts. And I picked up this random true crime podcast. I believe it's called A Shot of Crime or something like that. And it's 2 women. And it became very evident while listening that they were some of, like, the white privilege, they don't really understand what it's like to live a different kind of life sort of thing. So, like, they were talking about this. Well, one, every time they pronounce an ethnic name, they pronounced it wrong. So they were like, well, and then this reporter, Geraldo Rivera, did an expose on the mental institution, and I'm like, who are they? Did they just mispronounce Geraldo Rivera, like a very common, well-known name from the 90s, like, and I guess even before the 90s, but whatever. I don't really care for the guy, but, like, you know, a very common name, Geraldo. It's not like it's, you know, super hard to pronounce, but they pronounced it wrong, and they glossed right over it. And then later they were talking about another guy, and they were like, this other guy, Chavez, and she's like, am I saying that right? Is that how you say it? And her friend is like, no, I believe it's Chavez. And I was like, it's Chavez. Like, what? Are you serious right now? So, like, right off the bat, I was like, these are just some white ladies who don't know what they're talking about. And then they're talking about a crime. Oh, they talked about a mental health institution shutting down back in the 70s. And they were like, and it was so sad, these, like, rat people didn't know where to go when the place shut down. So, like, all these people who had, like, were sick in the head, they just lived like rats on the property for years. And I was like, you mean people who have serious mental health complications who suddenly had their support system ripped out from under them, and now they're going back to the only place where they've ever been taken care of, or had anyone look after them, and that makes them rat people because they're not high functioning individuals who can't function in society. And it was just real frustrating to listen to these just 2 obviously, like, white soccer mom ladies who have no idea what they're talking about. And then later on, I listened to 2 of their podcasts, and the other one was like, they were talking about this guy, and they were like, well, they went over all the evidence. They were like, well, there's no physical evidence whatsoever. And they had, like, one eyewitness account, but it was not reliable. And, you know, historically, like, eyewitnesses are not reliable, so you can't really trust them. And they didn't even know if it was this guy or not, so it wasn't a good witness. And then they were like, yeah, but this guy committed a crime like 15 years ago, so he probably did it, right? Like, you know, he committed a crime 10 years ago, so he probably did it. It's like, bitch, are you serious? People commit crimes all the time, and that doesn't mean they're guilty of other crimes. Like, they were like, this guy had an assault like 10 years ago, and then there's like a murdered kid or something, and now, oh, he's a child murderer because 10 years ago he had an assault charge. And I took that real personal because if you don't know, I had an assault charge about 10 years ago. And it's like if somebody gets murdered, you know, in the same town as me, they're going to come to me and be like, well, that guy did something 10 years ago, so he's probably guilty. It's like these people get on juries, you know? There are people like that who get on a jury, and then innocent people get sent to jail because these ignorant people are like, well, you committed a crime once, so you probably did it again. You probably are a murderer. And it just, oh my God, it frustrated me so much. I don't know if I did a good job explaining it, but my God, I was irritated by these two freaking obviously freaking white ladies who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Super salty about it. Again, I believe it's called A Shot of Crime. You can find it on probably lots of places. They just struck me as real dumb people. And it was frustrating, you know. And I am sensitive to it because I am a fella and I did commit a crime a long time ago. And I've worked really hard not to be that person anymore. And I've completely changed my life. I'm a very different person today than I was back then. But like people like that, they just they write you off the minute you do anything. And for the rest of your life, you are that person. Like, even though I've spent a decade in therapy and did my time and all that stuff, it's like there are still a lot of people in the world who would look at me and be like, that guy is a bad guy forever because of something he did when he was 19 years old. So it's a personal point of frustration for me to hear that kind of language and see people talk that way. It's just frustrating. Maybe, I don't know, maybe normal people who haven't dealt with it don't feel that way. But when I see stuff like that and hear stuff like that, I'm like, this is just, you're just ignorant. Like, you just don't understand what it's like. Just like when they talked about the people with mental health, it's like it's just super evident that you've never dealt with mental health issues, so you have no idea how hard it can be to live in a place where people do look after you and take care of you. Why can't I make the mini freezer? We have electronics 4. I thought it was electronics 4. Like, you have no idea what it's like to require someone to take care of you, have that ripped out from under you because the government closes the facility, and then you literally can't function, so you have no idea where to go, so you just keep living on the property. They treated it like, well, these people are animals, and it's like, no, they're human beings who have had a very rough time in life, and just can't, you know, they can't function the way you can function, and you lack the empathy to understand how difficult that would actually be. Why can't I make... We don't have mechanical mastery. Where it's in the electronics books. Advanced electronics. It's not in the electronics books. Where is... I guess I'll pull up the item browser again. Okay, mini vehicle freezer. No, mini freezer. Vehicle part. Yeah, that's not. Go back. This item. Craft. Okay, Mechanics 5 and Fab 5. I thought it was electronics. Mechanics 5 we don't have. Fab 5 is easy. Yeah, we have Mechanics 4. Do we even have a mechanics book to take us to 5? We do. Okay, good. Because doing that manually is a huge pain in the butt. Mechanics 5, huh? Well, dang. Anyway, my family's home, so we talked in a previous episode about me needing to take care of my dog. So we're probably going to do that. So for now, we're going to call the episode. Sorry, it's a short one. Sorry I rambled so much. I just get really frustrated by people who lack empathy and can't understand other people's situations, and that there are often extenuating circumstances to crimes and mental health and lots of stuff like that. So it really irritates me when I hear white people who can't pronounce basic, like, other ethnicities' names, like literally Chavez. It's like Jones. It's a very common last name. Geraldo, pretty common, right? So anyway, I didn't mean to ramble about it, but it frustrates me immensely. Anyway, that's going to do it. So thank you for watching. I'll be back with more Cataclysm content in the near future, and I will see you in the next episode.